Here is what you missed on Blueprint to a Man's Thoughts on Red Lipstick Vibes. About being married that single life could not give you.
I got a solid foundation. It's not scattered. Okay. Like I said, my mission has always been the same. My family got a place to come home to. Right? Not over here at daddy's house, not over here at mama's house. Mm-hmm. Right? At the grandparents' house. Right? So I don't know what marriage is to build families. Families build wealth, and it has to start with a family. Right? So if you're looking to be really successful past the superficial, I like to say, the best thing I got, and I get to hit the homie. You know what I'm saying? I get to hit the homie.
What is happening right now? What did y'all?
Shout out to you and Hank, man.
It was like,
you know you're on the whole. What are we doing? Okay, brother, go ahead.
It took me a minute to get it.
Got the conversation going. So my question is, we're gonna talk about the wins, right? So pretend CJ gone. So pretend you got a bunch of single guys. You got a bunch of single guys in the chat. What are the best things about being married that single life could never give you? Let's start with Sir Hill. What are the best things about being married that single life could not give you? We
I have no idea.
Going around.
I got married at 19. I can't answer this one. I don't know. Straight out of school. You know, I will say I do think that it matures you if you're with the right person. When I got married, I think I had a GED. For a while, and then just having somebody like with me, I don't need very much. Like with me, if I had a 1-bed studio and everything is in the same room, I'm good with that. But when you have a wife, somebody who sees not only your capability but who will assist you, it makes you want to be better. So like now I'm working on my master's, right? So like me and my wife, we've got businesses together. We're raising children. So one of the wins in life, a woman who is about you is going to help pull out the best in you, and that's one of the great things about marriage. Now you can say we can do this in relationship, and I think that that's possible, but I think I have to echo some of Rilla's sentiments. Is that when you're in covenant, I just believe that when you do things the right way, I think God blesses it, and I believe that I'm a recipient of that. I think that I would have been successful single, but I think that with my wife, what I am is amplified because of what she does. So that's a win to me. That's a big win.
That's oh my God. Okay. You on mute, Peter, my girl.
Hold on. I knew you ready to talk to me. We going around the circle. Go ahead. Hank, E-Black, Rilla, Unc, then brother, then 2K, then you have the floor. Okay, go ahead, Hank.
So what's your question?
What are the best things about being married that you couldn't do while you were single?
Yeah, both times.
Jesus Christ.
Lord Jesus.
No, I don't try to speak on the first one too much, but that's a different subject. I guess I got more stuff that I could pay taxes on. That's what this shit. Because like Sir Hale said, I leave it up to me, man. Give me my little efficiency apartment. I would have been good. Mm-hmm. But I understand that at the end of the day, man, it took a lot, man. After 2016, I got divorced. Since E-Black won't say my second one. For a couple years, man, I was like, fuck marriage. I'll never get married again. I had to go through therapy in order to even get my mindset right to even think about doing that. Another thing was looking at what my dad went through, because he got divorced when I was 10 years old, and he was able to bounce back and get remarried again. And, so I had an example. My uncle went through it. My dad went through it, and they was able to make it work to the death. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, man, I can do it. I mean, these Negroes can do it. I know I can. So, but for them 2 years before, I was a monster out here. I'm trying to just fuck on every goddamn thing and do whatever I wanted to do because I was single. I ain't married no more. But I knew that wasn't gonna last long because I wasn't happy with it. I wasn't okay with it. It wasn't fun to me. It was just something to do. So when I opened myself up to get remarried again, I did it because I knew I want to have somebody I want to finish my life out with. And so that's why I did what I did and got married for the second time. I wanted to have somebody I could finish my life out with, to have consistent ass and not have to worry about her being out there sucking every man's dick in the world. I didn't want that shit. I didn't want to fight, negotiate like some of these singles are doing just to get some pussy. I'm not trying to do that either. So now, those are some of the benefits. Look, married dudes are winning. I'm going to say that right now. If you find the right woman, I know TK is not for it. That's okay. I understand what he's talking about. But married dudes are winning. If you got a good woman, if you got that right woman, the woman you can trust, believe, and rely on and depend on, you winning. You are winning. I'm going to leave it there.
Do you know you're a little whore?
I'm reformed. I'm changed and sanctified, saved by the Holy Spirit. Look at God.
Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Won't he do it?
Yeah, man, the wins are, they validate everything that I was preparing myself as a young man. I come from a mentality of I've grown myself to do it, everything that my past has done. Whether my father, uncles, the men around me, I wanted to be like them. I knew that being like them considered taking care of somebody. Being a leader considered taking care of somebody. So I've always prepared myself to do that. Having got married, I was like, I didn't get it when I got married. I was just kind of like, okay, is there going to be a change? But then once I started walking down the street, writing my last name meant something. Like the first time I actually wrote my last name and I knew that 3 other people or another person was attached to that, having to change my health care, like all of that meant that I couldn't do the same things that I was single. Much like Hank, monster. I'm 33 years old, 32 years old, a computer programmer making decent, great money. I don't have to get married, but I found myself in a situation to where I knew that my life was being like in a trajectory to where I had to make these decisions. Those old things I have to put away aside. They're fun. They're great, but they're not me. You were never built to be that type of individual. You're only built for that, only in a temporary, to find that one person. So I've always found myself that the fact of completing the task of being a man, that was kind of like why, like the biggest win. It's like, yeah, I'm doing this. I'm taking care of myself. I'm feeding myself. My grandmother's looking down at me. She knows that I'm completing her lineage. The people of my family, they all look at us like, yo, y'all the Hodges. Y'all, and I hold that thing and it makes me more mature. I'm a very selfish, reckless individual, impulsive individual. It cuts all that out. I can't be impulsive. I'm a little impulsive. I do sneak out and go to the casino every night, every once in a while, but it really hones and fine tunes the individual that I've created since I was a young man. And it validates it. It really does validate who I am as an individual. And whether it's up or down, those are all based on my decisions or my abilities. And if I don't have certain abilities to do certain things, then I need to get better at it. So those are things that, like I said, I'm a very introverted person to where I know my place, or I should know my place in this world. And I want to impose something that's in this world that says this is this individual's work. So that's my win.
Okay. Chicago-rilla, what are the best things about being married that you couldn't do when you were single?
The best thing about being married that I couldn't do when I was single was tap into, one to put 1,000 a flight, two will put 10,000 a flight. All right. I think Sir Swole talked about that earlier, right? Like that compound of, you and your lady, again, under covenant, your prayers are amplified, your efforts are amplified, the added counsel and wisdom. I know how we, in some of these spaces, how we tend to talk about women and the value that they perceive value that they have is only their womb. But man, my woman, when my woman tells me, "Oh, babe, you did that," like I'm gonna go hard. Like for me, like self-discipline, right? Like I'm gonna do what I do, right? I forgot what it was, man. My lady told me, like, "Yo, babe, you did that." I said, "Shit, let me go ahead and build you a house, girl." What you talking about, right? And again, I get it. Like maybe everybody in the space is always winning, and your whole life from the time you were born, the time the doctor slapped you on your bottom, you was winning and all those other things, and you would be the absolute greatest thing that we have ever experienced, with or without a woman. I'm telling you, my woman makes me better. You know what I'm saying? What's the name? Got a song about it. Music Soul Child. Better Man. I forget what album it's on, but Better Man by Music Soul Child is a really dope song. And my woman inspires me to be better, which yeah, that's it.
Uncle Ricky,
Ma'am?
you want to answer the question? What are the best things about marriage? What is the best thing about being married that single life could not give you?
I got a solid foundation. It's not scattered.
Okay.
Like I said, my mission has always been the same. My family got a place to come home to. Right? Not over here at daddy's house, not over here at mama's house.
Mm-hmm.
Right? At the grandparents' house. Right? So I don't know marriage is to build families. Families build wealth, and it has to start with a family. Right? So if you're looking to be really successful past the superficial, I like to say, best thing I got, and I get to hit the homie. You know what I'm saying? I get to hit the homie.
What is happening right now? What did y'all?
Shout out to you and Hank, man.
It was like,
Do you know you're the whore?
What are we doing? Okay, brother, go ahead.
it took me a minute to get it.
Yeah, like I said, me and my girls was friends first. You know what I'm saying? We was
Yeah.
friends first, right? Like I told you, I don't have to I was hitting her homegirls. She was putting me on her homegirls.
Brother, you gotta relax. You gotta relax.
Serious, man.
That's the truth. That's the truth. Yeah.
Right? So it's like I said, man, I think again, it's, and I hear what everybody say, man, but it's just a price you got to pay for dealing with a woman. It's just part of the game, right? If you don't like women, understand, go with a boy. You know what I'm saying? They don't have them tendencies. Well, some of them do.
Damn.
But it's just part of the game,
Like,
right?
I got third hell off the camera, Lord.
It's just part of the game, right? And if I'm gonna keep it thorough with you, right? I'm gonna keep it thorough, right? I hear what 2K say. Yeah, you a little bit lucky, but you're a little bit smart too. You know what I'm saying? Because the truth is, it's weird how we can sit up and have these conversations and understand, right, that different men get different results. Mm-hmm. Right? Maybe sometimes you're just not the man you need to be at that time to handle that woman.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Right? I tell y'all the truth. A woman, she's gonna switch up on you. You gotta learn to manipulate. You gotta get cold. You gotta know when to tell her to shut the fuck up. You gotta know when to be sensitive. Right? It's all part of the game. Now, if you don't have those tools, if you can't find them within you, you're gonna have a problem with girlfriends or wives. It don't matter.
Okay. Brother?
Man. Shout out to all the fellas. Great information. A lot to process. For me, sis, to answer the question, I guess succinctly would be, marriage was more of a cement brick, and being single was like a rubber brick. I couldn't break nothing with that. Like, my intentions. I need to break things, like a breaker of cycles. I grew up in dysfunction, like 6, 7 different last names in the house, like just debauchery. So I was very intentional from the beginning. Like, I need to break cycles, curses. Like, I want all my kids under the same roof. I want us all with the same last name. I want my wife, like, I want a functional family. And then that's when, Cosby, Dwayne Wayne, all of the things that I talk about on my platform, that's when all of this stuff comes into place. But I had to have in my mind, what type of family I wanted. And that's kind of where it started, from the dysfunction and wanting to break the cycles, wanting to have function in my family. And that was like the engine. And then my dad not being around, like I tell you all the time, like that, he was a coward. Like, he didn't see it through. He didn't raise his family. That's my motivation. Those things, solely. And then again, the vision that I have for my family, and I need to be a part of it. And all of those things in collaboration is what made marriage versus being single like a clear and cut decision. And again, I'll just lean back on my initial answer. I thought it was pretty illustrative. Like, a legal aid lawyer has a heavy caseload. Like, you're not their priority. And when Nikki showed me, like, I'm about you. This is what Sir Hale, Ricky, it's not hard to find somebody that's about you. Again, when you buy the movie ticket, she wants to get the popcorn. You get the dinner, she wants to pay the tip. It's not a reason to disqualify. Oh, we can't date because you're not taking me here. Oh, we can't date because you have kids. We can't. When she's looking for reasons to tell you why she can't date you, she don't like you. And this is what Sir Hale is kind of alluding to. Like, some people are for you and some people not. If you can't tell that, then you're not a good judge of character, maybe not a good judge of talent. And I'll land my plane with sports. I've always been a sports person. And again, when I can't have 50, I need you to be able to be my partner, my teammate, my backcourt mate, and put in when I can't. And Nikki was that person, clear, cut, and dry. Everybody else needed something. They all come up with an excuse. Some wanted me to be hustlers. Like, she was the one that was down for me. And I think that is what a lot of these men don't get. These women have a pop the balloon mentality. They look for a reason to disqualify you from the race because your pants are brown or you don't make enough money, whatever the case may be. But I think that's the difference. If fellas kind of look for the people that celebrated them versus look for reasons to disqualify them, they might be able to find somebody that was kind of more in line with their vision. And then we can talk about being a family. And if we see eye to eye about being a family, then maybe we can become a family. Sorry for being so long-winded.
No, you good.
Thanks so much for watching. If you want to see more of my shows, click right here. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. See you in the next one.